For this week's Preppin data, we're continuing on with our theme of looking at Easter, but now we're comparing it to the full moon. So we've got our Easter's output from last week, so we've just got the Easter Sunday field there. And then we've also got an input for the full moon. So we've got the day, the date, and the time of the full moon there. So we're just going to start off by renaming those fields, so we can use the dynamic rename here if we want. So we're just going to put full moon in front of each of these fields. So just do that there. And then we're just going to make sure that date is a date data type. So just changing it here to be a date data type. Prep's pretty good at picking up those month names and turning them into month numbers. Okay, and then we're going to, from this time, we're going to find those special cases. So for example, the stars, these mean partial lunar eclipse, and then I think the pluses are to do with the blue moon or a full lunar eclipse, so on and so forth. So the way that I chose to do that, using Prep's kind of clever features, I'm just going to clean that and remove the numbers and also remove the letters. Don't remove the punctuation though, because then that actually just gets rid of the stars and the pluses. So we get to this stage where we've got the colons, the square brackets, and the stars and the pluses. And literally all I did for this was just double click in there and rename those values to update them to what they were in the challenge. So that's not a very dynamic way of fixing the problem, but for our case it works. Okay, and then we're just going to join it together with our Easter Sunday dates. So in this join, we're saying that the full moon date is before Easter Sunday. So we're using a less than or equal to join clause. Oh, sorry, that's a greater than or equal to join clause, isn't it? And that's ballooned out our data massively. We've got about 95,000 rows now. But now we need to find the full moon that's closest to Easter Sunday. So we're doing a date diff calculation here. So we're counting the number of days between the full moon date and Easter Sunday, and we get this values here. So you can see that some of them are, many, many days out. So we need to just find the minimum now. So if we go and create a fixed level of detail calculation from this field, then we'll take the minimum for each Easter Sunday. So here we're just creating this level of detail calculation where we've got grouping by Easter Sunday and we're doing the minimum days between. And then we're just filtering so that the days between is equal to that LOD calculation that we just created, which is called days between full moon and Easter Sunday. And now we've just got those 124 rows now, which is basically all the Easter Sundays between 1900 and 2023. And now all we need to do is we need to aggregate this. So we've got one row for each of these days between, and we want to count how many rows there are for each of that, and we also want the first year and the last year that's happened. So we're basically trying to get to this stage here. So we want a table that looks like this. So the number of rows, we take the maximum of the full moon notes. So we just want to know what's the most interesting thing that happens. Is it a total lunar eclipse or a blue moon? So we're taking the max there because it just happens that alphabetically that works out. And then finally we're changing, first of all, the Easter dates and full moon dates to be years. So just going to where there are dates, going to convert dates, and then picking the year number so that we have the years to look at, so that we can then just do the min and the max there. And then we're just renaming some fields here at this point. So a number of occurrences for those number of rows, most interesting event, min year and max year. And I've just put on a little sort here for the rank just so that it comes out in the right order, but then that's all that you need to do. So hopefully that was a fun challenge. I enjoyed making it, so thanks very much for watching.